It is KFM 95.9 and this is the song. Not only was I introduced to the name Shamrock, but most of us got to know who Shamrock is from No Shaiwe in terms of radio airplay and be curious about the man. Today he sits right in front of me. Hey, Indela outle. I sanza ntwana hade binqanga ukuthi umuntu out into ngathi N12. Yo. Ngathi siye kwaThemba. Ola mehot.
Shasha man.
Okay.
Over.
You're telling me that we played once together.
Yeah. Davidson, if I remember well.
Yeah.
Hey,
this world is a small place.
It's a small place, I know.
I wouldn't have put you together with the guy I played with.
Yeah.
Because from Unoshaiwe, because that's my favorite song by Shamrock.
Nice.
Yeah. And you can't even tell how tall or short he is from the cover.
Yeah.
And now Moshe Langitib of it. Lomhlanga lo.
I'm not that tall. Come on.
Yeah. Tall and slender. All right, man. Because you want to BBW bafuna wena. You want to lama sister la wena. Nine tanga ya. I want no shy you. But shy put. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you.
It is really an honor. It is really an honor to meet Shamrock.
It's an honor to meet TBose, man. Yeah, it's really an honor for sure.
How does it feel though? Guti, here you are. You're doing something that was totally not mainstream, but it has found a home, especially with the matriarch that is Nikki B. I mean, when Nikki B plays you, you must know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, true. I would say to it feels good now. As we were talking earlier on, that doesn't have much booking. The music we don't get much bookings because people want to hear what they want to hear when it's cutlass. So
yes.
It feels good now, and I'm thinking and assuming it will even feel even better later.
Yeah.
But as time goes, I'm really appreciating the achievements that are.
But I'm sure there was a point where Abazal Bak were like, "Mara can Thembinkosi ausjele wenzani?"
Ish. Yabazi lebo laba abangasupport ne. Nakafona kunokuthi athi boy ngiyabona manje uyazama. Uthi wenzani khoneni? I'm like ish. No, there is a recorder namajita lapho. Urecorda ini? Incwadi akufunda incwadi.
Funda.
So
thola umsebenzi.
Thola umsebenzi njengawo wonke umuntu.
And when ubhizi ngalento.
I-old lady lithini?
Emoted
9. Nix akayizwisisi ndoda. Faka ithai ndoda.
Especially because you went to TUT.
True.
What did you study there?
I studied FET specialization, which is teaching, honestly.
Hey, my God. Which TUT was this?
It's one social move.
No, atle ifundile. Ugcina wena so ugcina ungene garage wenza sound.
The last thing they expect, you can imagine, So it is only now. I remember that the last interview when I came to Uniki, I took my parents along.
Oh, nice!
Just so that they
well
can.
Well done. Yeah, so that they can see your world.
They can see, and it was, I guess, only then but realized that, you know what, I think this thing is going somewhere. And they started giving me space. Nyana, which I boy, short time. The mama ikwako lawa ganti.
Yeah. And now, Springs at the time, what was the sound that was playing when you were, in your teen years? Because I think that is the sound that inspired you to go this route, right?
Very much. I would say, if you remember well, we had a lot of, firstly, it was my classic house.
Yes.
Ne?
Yeah.
I think it was the beginning stage of a house, of which now it's called classic house, but get to be fun, I'm a piano.
Yeah.
So through that music, you they used a lot of samples. So now, as you're growing up, you start searching and you find originals of the very same songs.
Yes.
And you can imagine, as a musician, you become more attached now to let's say bossa nova, the original, or his salsa, as I was telling you earlier on. You know, and then ngiyaphuma ku house like abo Afrobeat. I listened to abo fella for a long time, not knowing
but this is Afrobeat.
You know.
But you're more attracted to it. You gravitated towards it.
True. So as time went, I got attached to this authentic sound, and till this day, I feel like I'm stuck in the back in the days, honestly, because they have a rich sound on it.
But here you are, a qualified teacher. You even went through good 3.5 years, chances are.
Yeah, for sure.
At TUT. How do you then get to pick up the guitar?
At TUT again. Yeah. There's always like about I mean, there's a lot of people like me.
Yeah.
Artists who were forced to do
something.
Else. Yeah.
Yeah. Baba.
So now look petting not now much that I see this king of Asiash.
Yeah.
No, man. Yeah. No, jumping. I was all of it. And I like now to some cool. You know what? You're slashing, man. I'm born. Yeah. So, then I German, I'm out here. I assume, most guitarists, they're the first guitars. So saying a Cash Crusaders,
Sure.
Got my first guitar and I was via the toilet here, man. I was like, okay. Can you want a guitar? And guitar. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I always like to try and come up with something new, even though I know nothing is new, honestly, under the sun.
Yeah.
But I always try to be creative as an artist.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this guitar? Okay, firstly, I know house music is big, but now there's no guitar in house. When I started playing guitar, there was no guitar in house or the house that I was listening.
Yes. About trumpet man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how about I fuse the guitar and DJing? Mas violently, but I'm a city chase, bring Namachita, we organize, tell my city chase, I'm big ironing board, a big mama city chase, ironing board.
Mama, sorry, ne? Askis, yes, mama, yes, Abu Mama, hey, the one in Mother's Day. I hope you're treating this woman well because they're ironing board, ne?
So, Nyachema, I'm not crowding. I would play a video. Mhlambe Dennis Ferrero mhlambe festival yakhe yakuphi kuphi crowd yakhe sebe crowd yami manje na ayiningboard yami la nyasha ngidlala inamba ngiyajema ngale guitar obviously ngiyafambula nyana, and then I'm like, hi man, I think around 2010 I'm like, yeah, you know what, I think this sounds good, how about I take it to the streets now. I propose about House 22. Banginike slots nyana ukuthi hayazi into now ngafika ngabo 1
empty
now uthi ngabo 1 lapha uthola la uthi ethanyelayo ithanda uyayenza into yakho ithini yayishaya boy ibambe kanjalo. So yeah, man. Hustling. Yeah, so we push this thing, you push it. At first, when I saw people blowing up with what I think I invented, honestly, But I realized, not everyone is meant to blow up. Some were meant to influence influencers.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for a moment, I felt like I was an influencer to those who influence other people now. And I still feel like that even this day. So And now I feel like I've grown to not seek attention. You know, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you would know that I don't force people to check what I do. I just do what I do. If you are interested in what I do,
you will
then
consume
you will
it.
search. You know, you don't have to tag 1,000 people for them to like you. No, just do you, man. Yeah.
If you just tuned in, I'm hanging out with Shamrock. Last week I had Andy Compton here on the show. He speaks highly of you.
Yeah.
It's like, that's my brother. That's my guy. Now, Asali is the one doing vocals on No Shayiwe.
True.
Who is she?
I met Asali through Andy, 2015, if I'm correct. Andy met Asali through a friend from Swaziland, and then Andy was like, you know what, I think Asali would do a good collab with Ushem, because Andy knows how obsessed I am with African sound.
Yeah.
And then we started working with Asali. The first song we did was Unoshaye. You know, I'm very selective and choose with the vocalist I usually work with. You know, because you know everyone wants to sound like Alicia Keys or so and so. So I really prefer African sounding vocalists, because I believe I totally respect other vocalists, but I want to do something that I can present to the world.
Yes.
And
it must then say where it comes from.
Definitely. I want something.
So you're flying the flag.
Definitely. From the first beat, you must be able to tell that this is from South Africa. It doesn't matter where, but this sound is from Africa. Yeah.
I know, Shem. When they say music is a spiritual thing, everything is gravy. That's in Kumbuzan. Yeah, why is Papa Biltong? Yeah, that one. What that everything is gravy. Are we doing gravy, Lapan? Because everything is gravy.
Gravy.
Everything is gravy. Featuring Asali. Tell me, who's blowing here?
It's Kafele Pandele from the US.
Oh yes. You know, I thought Kafele is South African.
Same here
right?
For a while. I
for
know.
A while, yeah. Because he did songs with Kabo Mu and
about Complicated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Andy Compton spoke about him. So this is the song that he flew from the US to the UK just to record.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're saying this is on one take?
Yeah, basically the whole album. We did the whole album in a week. There's no rehearsing. There's no pre-rehearsing, like hearing the song, planning what you're going to play. You just listen to the song, feel it, record, one take. If you think there's a mistake, explain already mistake, you know. So one take, yeah.
How does it feel that when you're listening to Fresh House Flavor 1, Andy Compton was there, his song was there?
Yo.
Now he's like a brother to you.
Yo. I feel so honored. I always tell him, and Andy is not the guy who would like to be praised or to be reminded of his achievements or stuff like that. He doesn't even like the word legend. He doesn't want to be called a legend. So
humility is the best thing.
You know, the
it's heartwarming.
Yeah, it's something else, man. Yeah.
And now here you are working with him.
Yeah, you know, he's my best friend, man. We call each other like almost every week, you know. We are really.
You say he
close.
called you and he found what? What did he find that you guys worked on a long time ago?
Oh yeah, yes. Yesterday he called and he said he found 28 songs that we totally forgot about, unreleased. Which means we've got albums coming. I don't know when.
Wow.
Because when he's around, we record a lot. You know, I come every day. I would crush it at his place. He would crush at my place. Every day we would record like 3 songs. Maybe we meet every day like around 11ish, 12. We go for tea. We come back. We record. Maybe go to the park, come back, record. Later on, we record again. And every time you record, it's a totally a different song. No,
Sure.
we don't edit or we edit later. That's why I guess he found 28 songs unreleased, totally forgotten about.
You should see my timeline right now. It's busy buzzing with Shamrock this, Shamrock that. And then Connie Warehouse.
Yeah.
But that's our man. That's our people's there.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Now, after No Shaiwe,
Yeah.
and me being, I always listen for radio.
Yeah.
There are very few times where I just listen for me.
Okay.
I always listen because I feel I'm a platform. We are a platform.
Okay.
So we're playing No Shaiwe. What else? There's always been that question.
What's more? Yeah.
And then we found this. Bona. Abamiti Shamrock Guitor mahala. Asivaya cha siqedile.
Shayile.
Hayi shayile. Ungashaya dedication manje. Ushaya dedication sambe siqedile.
Kuntama out.
Kuntama out now. Soft Rain is the name of the song. Shamrock Guitor. Self-taught.
Definitely, yeah.
I hear Jimmy Lutlu there.
Definitely, yeah. Influence.
And then there's a part, George Benson as well.
Yeah. Influence, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
And you're saying the keys. There's something in the keys there.
I was also listening to Kool and the Gang, your Summer Madness.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm a Muslim, yes. I get bad Tina Liz is langa, Siko Slim. What a jam, man. Soft Rain.
Pauline.
We are remixing a lot.
True.
Or actually, we are remixing a lot, meaning we are taking a lot of samples, bringing them into our new music.
True.
Isn't that a worry though?
I'm very worried though, hence why I try to be authentic. So let's say the next hip hop artist, the next generation, will be able to take something from Shamrock music and create something totally new. Because if we take a lot from the
past,
yes, from the past, what are we leaving from for the next generation? So I feel like a lot of late releases of music is not remix friendly, is not friendly for the next generation.
So meaning there's no legacy.
True. There's no legacy in our music now.
Sure.
No, I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's just how I feel.
But it's a fair observation though.
True. Yeah. True. I mean, now today it's easy for us, as you were saying, to listen to. There's a lot of music to get influenced. To refer to, I can listen to Miriam Makeba, you get something original,
yes,
authentic. But what about the next generation? What will they listen? If everyone now is doing, let's say, Amapiano, what about that sound? Who's going to do it? As we can tell about my testimony, especially of that generation. What about our generation? Who's going to do that sound? That's why I'm willing and to suffer for that kind of sound. As I said, I feel like it will pay off later. As much as we able to appreciate today artists such as our Mama Miriam Makeba, our Jonas Kwangwa. But what about who's going to continue that sound? Hence my latest release. I was so excited that finally I was able to sound South African.
Yes.
It's been my concern for the longest time that I've got a lot of influences. I listen to music more like taking to tour. I would go to Brazil, listen to samba, listen to whatever, go to Cuba, go to, But now, after all these influences, how do I bring it back home? What makes South African sound or South African jazz to sound South African? That's my main question now to myself.
And this is a debate that we're having during International Jazz Day.
True.
That even the curriculum in universities, when it comes to jazz, is still teaching American jazz.
True.
As opposed to our very own jazz.
True.
And this is during Jazzwari, if you recall.
Yes.
But now let's quickly talk about, and we'll come to your latest release, which was January, right?
Yes.
Let's quickly talk about, if you just tuned in, I'm talking to Shamrock Guitor, as some know him. No Shy Way is one of his biggest songs. And we're just exposing some of his catalog. But if you listen to the World Show with Nicky B, you know he's a staple there. So let's talk about you starting your own record label.
Yeah.
What is it? Got to.
Yeah, it's Got to Records. Yeah.
Got to Records. Obviously, there's a vision behind it, right?
True.
And that vision depends on how commercially successful you are.
True.
Otherwise, you're going to end up selling your own furniture to sustain it, right?
The Fuba paid what you
How's that going?
So far, honestly, so it's going so good, because for the first time, I feel free. I can imagine for upcoming musicians being able to release your music anytime you want.
Wow, yes.
That's been the best achievement. Ngifila ngathi ngo-Oskiro, no,
Yes.
Anginayo, but
Oh, yeah.
ngifila njengo-Oskiro. I can take intwana yasekasi ene demo, ngirelease music kwakhe, ngimlethe la ku-TBose,
Yes.
So yeah, I already feel so successful TBose, but now I don't want to rush it. I've got a team. My team is very good, and I want to build up. So when you open doors, angivulela abantu ukuthi bayonyathela amahlabi lapha babuye bakhala, I worked with Andy, and basically I feel like you become more like the person you work with. Earlier on, you were saying, last week, interview Andy, you were asking, ukhona kanjani, how do you release so much music? And for the first time, he made me realize, okay, for you to make noise, you don't have to do many gigs or be the best guitarist. No, just release more music.
Yeah, let your music be. Let your people give people the music.
Yes,
and they did say music is for sharing. Right?
True.
I know I'm being a bit selfish here because we basically went for songs that are so kaya, so platinum, right? Which album is Sosa from?
Sosa is from the second album. After the African music by African people, I felt a lot of pressure because of the response we got. African music by people. Yeah, vinyl. We didn't even pop out. It's sent. We got a call from Amsterdam saying, you know what, guys, this album deserves to be printed on record. I remember we sold something like 150 copies in less than 10 minutes.
Sure.
That's how much people were excited. So you can imagine after so much response locally, internationally,
yes,
I felt so much pressure. I was like, you know what, I'm going to give them something better. Even though it took me 4 years to complete the first album, this one I'm going to do it in 2 years or less than that.
Yeah.
But it should sound better than that.
When salsa meets Afrobeat, it is Sosa. I'm going to sauce, I'm going to gravy.
Everything is great.
I'm going to gravy, I'm going to soap on it. I'm going to. I Shamrock Guitor. Lapchas Maloy. Hey, what a done. Shamrock, my ninja. Congratulations on your success. Keep growing, keep shining. When we met, I said you're going far. You don't belong in a group. You are going to shine. You are a born artist. I'm grateful for meeting you, and thanks for Lucky Daniel. I'm always remembering how we rock the stage. Kodi Sofeng. Keep shining, my brother. Get love, Charles Baloy.
I know exactly. Pick up, bro. Love.
Say LSG. A shout out for bringing the brother Shamrock to Platinum Fridays.
Big up to you.
And now you're talking to a super guitarist there. I know. Yeah, I know.
That's a grand. LSG.
Yeah. Hi. Upeti list lapho yani.
If it's yazi ndawenza ama-shout out kunabantu abakhohlwayo nofika simakhelwane ukubheka kabi lapha namhlanje kuvele ngathi yazini ngifuna ukuphatha isicephezana isicephezana thiwe
Awubabiza bro.
Bro mithi ngiqale ngomama ekhaya bethi umuntu ongiphekelayo yazi umpumi
Hayi
ngithi sirathi inkomo manje ziyeza manje team yami mfethu engisebenza nayo umgiftani uNkuli Theo Mabatho ngize ngomndeni wami phindelana isibari sami Jabu siswampalisa umama nobaba ngithi baphole bashana bami bonke ngiyabathanda bonke ngeke ngibabize ngikhohlwa abanye a big shout out to my brother Andy Compton everywhere I go I'll always represent him as well. My friends uSfiso no Thandeka, the one I was telling you which I missed the show yakho ke lawo
all of our friends all
it's bafethu nani ngiyabonga kakhulu Thulane Mrezo who I'm featuring on my latest release which has 3 tracks.
What are those tracks by the way?
Africa, I've got Modiwa, Abamfuni, the release vendor. Yeah.
All right.
And then bomakhelwane bami my king ma7 ukutshela ukuthi zokubiza moyeni my king nathi no pen lapho that's it for ngiyabonga kakhulu man isikhathi sakho.
While we're raising the flag from Spring Squatema uThembinkosi Ndala aka Shamrock
bethiwa
mfana ngibize nge-number plate
icode
Kanu
ayovumbula
wonke amagama. So how did you come to the name Shamrock?
Shamrock is an ID name.
Unamanga.
I tell you.
Likhona
ID name, second name.
But why?
Bathi malume wavakashe France wabona igama lapha ngaze emotweni kamlungu. Athi hey, igama ngiyalithanda le. Naku ngiyavela mina lapha mshana uyalideserve le gama. Shamrock uyeke lo.
Kwazibani ukuthi bakubize ngeShamrock yaseJeni bro.
Ekashisha.
Winduku. Ukhalisa amadoda. So now are you playing? Are you do you have gigs this weekend or anytime soon?
No, since honestly since last year I decided to stay indoors, produce a lot of music because I make an income through being a sessionist. Basically I'm trying to grow my brand. So if I would get a call be like, yo, there's a gig in Mhlabe, but nah man, I mean I've been doing music for a long time now, and I don't want to go out 1.5, I'm trying to grow. I already have a way of buying food, so I just prefer to stay indoors and make a lot of music. If I'm going to do gigs, then it should be a proper
gig. Should be a proper gig.
Yeah, for sure.
I hear you. But how do we follow you? Where do we find you?
Everywhere, man. Everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Same thing everywhere. Same name. Shamrock Guitar. Everywhere. iTunes, SoundCloud. Everywhere. I'm everywhere, man.
Yonkin down.
Yeah.
Keep shining, my brother. Thank you for giving us this music, man.
Thanks for the invite.
In fact, thank you for being brave.
Thanks for this invite, man. I feel so honored. I feel so proud.
The honor is all ours, man. Nice samba, gay. Oh, we are Uncle Settler.
Yeah, Uncle Sebs. Uncle Sebs is the guy
who gave you the name.
Yeah.
Uncle Sebs.
No. Uncle Sebs is the guy who introduced me to his salsa. We met at a hotel. He's like, you know what, man? There's this sound you need to hear. And he took me to a salsa event. I went crazy. It changed everything I knew about music.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shamrock. Find him, follow him, support him.